Something no matter the waste. Over it. Maybe? Not good. Nice.
I enjoyed that.
There we go. You know, something that would be cool, say if an enemy, you know, does throw another enemy at me. If my set could reflect that enemy back at them, I would find that funny. Nice.
For you, friend. Blessings of the light.
Okay. Damn it, it's doubling back. Just ignore it and run this way. 9 minutes. I'm not gonna beat my own personal time on this. I probably shouldn't have done that either.
Make your peace quickly.
It seems to be heavily down to chance, which is a bit annoying.
We'll rip these brutes to shreds.
Damn shielding. Makes them completely immune to any damage you can inflict.
I enjoyed that.
We're nearly done. Get up to this. Karun Tooth Grind. Raring to go. I guess maybe that's kill enough rares. Conduit. Blessed art thou. Lightning strikes your surroundings. I like it. Christ.
The Rift Guardian.
That's nice. Bone Warlock. Do that. Oh, have I blinded the fucking boss?
You have triumphed.
And oh yeah, that was guaranteed.
You have a gem.
Yes. Ooh. Esoteric? No, that's not esoteric. Alteration. Chunyang of Jiangxi designed a gem which would transport magical energies from their target, the workshop. Would transport magical energies from their target to the workshop of his greatest competitor, Xiao Tan. He created several copies of this gem before he mysteriously disappeared. Alright then. Gain 10% non-physical damage reduction. Below life, your resistance is to cold, fire, lightning, poison, and arcane are increased by 75%. And it's only into jewelry. We'll worry about that another time, maybe. We'll still focus on this. Yes! 7. Yes! 8. Oh. 9? 9? It's like 2 levels up each time. Now it'll last for 38 seconds. And the axe. It's a one-hander, sadly, so I won't be using it. But maybe it'll serve for the other guy. No, it won't, actually. The edges seem to become more jagged with each strike. And sadly, it doesn't even seem to have a... You know how legendary weapons frequently have their own little effect there? Like, look at Styleguard's Decimator. It has its own little thing there of, you know, throwing the axe for 653% weapon damage is physical. I thought that was lower. Flesh Terror doesn't have anything like that. So... that's annoying. 35% chance to inflict bleed for 302% weapon damage over 5 seconds. That's not bad, but I'm not trading it out. Sorry, now I'm sticking with the two-handers. Just this demon just sitting here like this is funny to me. And we're on level 99 now, Paragon level-wise.
A fine battle.
And our thing didn't go up this time. Seems to have went up last time though. Personal best is 653. Wasn't too far off. And if I go over here, raring to go. I have to kill 50 rare enemies of the following types. And of all these different types. So, yeah. Basically just keep going throughout these rifts. You'll probably end up finding all of these. Eventually. And Blessed Earth Tao, get all the pylons. And for one last shot at it, well, I say one last, I may not stick to that. That won't have anything down here. And we go.
This cannot be opened yet.
Never knew we ever opened that. It's also very weird to me how he keeps his run animation and whatnot, and I don't.
I'm returning to town.
Actually, I do need to return to town for a moment. Because no one is actually going to use it, I feel this is a sensible move. Au revoir. And, you know, I'll salvage these. Masterwork Kingslayer, eh? You see the primary +5 maximum damage. Is that the only effect of the Masterwork thing? Maybe?
The sanctity of this place has been found.
Pain crack. Damn it. I was hoping to keep that massacre going. Just see how high I can get it, but no.
Make your peace.
More massacre. And I was expecting a staircase here. Annoyingly, this place really is rejigged. Just sometimes it looks similar enough that I forget, you know, what aspects have been rejigged, you know? I remember vaguely remember this corridor and this corridor. Ah, must be, you know, must be the right place. They're the same place. Or I do actually get lucky and it does, you know, give me a similar layout 2 different times, if you get me. Okay. And much like every other dive through, I am going to be thorough.
Like chaff before the wind.
Let's head up here. Let's head in this way, just to make sure. Like I said, I'm going to be thorough in my time in here. May as well actually be thorough. What's this? Healing effects, something. Not really much over here. I actually remember seeing a bit online about the characters in Diablo 1, about how the like they have all invisible passive effects going on. Like the warrior is the only one with a chance to crit melee. And you know, other stuff. Ooh, that's gribbly. You know, this kind of thing. To be honest, I'll probably be playing Warrior in Diablo 1 and Paladin in Diablo 2. I always like playing a Paladin in games. I don't know, it just always appeals to me. I like the idea of being able to damage enemies and heal. While being, you know, a tanky bastard. I like the multi... Ooh, that's cool. That's a nice little portrait. Still, not sure if it measures up to my Murloc one. Raw feast the hungry. Already got this guy. Only need like 5 more.
Power before Zakarum.
Like I said before. Ooh, Christ! I actually lost a fair bit of health there. Like I said before, anyway. I may. Hold on. I may be saying now that, oh well, I'm only gonna do this once more. You know, this is the last set for, you know, now for the foreseeable. You know, I'm gonna be working on other stuff. You know, wait till tomorrow. I may, you know, have another one of these up. You know, I might just keep, you know, wanting to. I may, when I go to record tomorrow, I may want to play more of this. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. You know the massacre bonuses? I wonder, do they count in the bonus from, you know, the Wild Pool of Reflection? Maybe? But, yeah, I may want to record more of this tomorrow, so... yeah, just keep that in mind. Because I really have been on a kick of this as late. I can feel it kind of wearing off. But it's still here for the moment. So while this is kind of the game's last raw for the moment, it's, you know, I might actually stick with that. It's just, I feel like if I'm going to give it a send-off, I should give it a proper one, and who knows what tomorrow will bring. Because part of me really wants to get that last damn achievement for Darkening of Tristram. Because I have to wait about a year before I can try again. And yeah, I'm at Paragon level 100 now.
The crusade marches on.
Actually, out of curiosity. Oh, there's no seeming achievements tied in with that. Never mind. I was hoping there was one, because I was thinking, like, is there a Paragon level for reaching, you know, 1,000? Oh, we're done clearing out here. Ah, constipated walks. How delightfully retro. Go check up here. Nice. Speed bonus for a couple of seconds. 35, I think it was. Don't know, don't care. Going to hack through these guys.
That.
Nice, nearly at 101 now. And here's the butcher.
Fresh meat.
Yes, you will be. He is actually suitably tougher on this difficulty.
Not yet.
Oh yes, I should check this out. Actually, I think we've already gotten this sword. 4. The Salt and the Blinding Sands. Yeah, we did. The forged by the finest smiths in Khaldeum to commemorate the first Emperor Hakon's ascension to the throne. Regrettably, this sword is only barely better than one I have, and it's greatly weaker on the recovery aspect. So I will not be using that. I will be breaking that down once I get back to town. Once I'm done this, I'll be going to record more Diablo tonight. Not Diablo, Warcraft 3. Bit different. I know there's a tree in the name, but bit different.
Burn in the light.
God damn, legendaries everywhere. Christ, I swear I can feel the difference there. Oh. I was kind of expecting the difference to be so negligible I didn't even notice. But no, this is a fantastic difference. Wait. Someone left not dead. Let's fix that. The animation does look hilarious on... No, it looks like I'm back at the beginning. The animation does look hilarious in the walking. The faster you walk, the more hilarious it gets. Yeah. This looks like the fucking entrance lobby. Ugh. Bloody contractors. Just copying and pasting buildings. Disgraceful. And here I thought it was bad when all the houses in the estate looked the same. Now the four distinct houses are bloody identical. Oh yeah, and I wanted to go try and get locked down in this thing. I'll have to keep an eye out for him. Wanted to get his helmet. What was that? So a shadow will go from here off that way. Skeleton King should be on this level. Okay, there we go. I love it. You break a barrel accidentally, and 4 armed cows just break out of it. What a world, what a world.
Cower before Zakarum.
Gonna be honest, I'm really running out of things to say here. This is what, my 4th time through here? Mad-eyed dead. No. Everything I want to kill, it has 1 name or 2 names. And it's, well, 3 1 names and 1 2 name. Broken Storm, Gorestone, Vile Touch, and Bloodskin Darkbow. Nice. Alright. Actually, before we go anywhere, let's double up this way. And see what's here. Ooh, missed someone down here. Oh, Leorix. Okay then. Need to remember to open that in a moment. Not gonna open it now. I want to keep this combo going and get Leoric in on that.
You dare to bring the warmth of life into
1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2. Kill the Skeleton King. Just want to see how far I can get this combo to go, you know? No, I'm trying to get a good look at that Cow King's crown. I swear it looks like the Oryx. Apparently that's what happened to the Orc when he died, turned into the Cow King. Skeleton King's actually someone entirely else. It's a case of mistaken identity. No identity theft, yeah. That's done. And now we'll check over here.
Like chaff before the wind.
Nice little chunk there. What was the flavor text in this? This looks just like the crown of the Black King, less tarnished and aged. There we go. Bit more gubbins. And now we will head down here, clear out here, then we'll head to the other side. Oh, the labyrinth entrance is over here. To be honest, I was kind of expecting it over here. So let's take a stroll over this way and hope these sides connect. Oh, thank God. I was worried it was just going to end off, barred off here and go all the way around.
By the light be damned. Holy
For a moment, I thought he was going to say, "Holy onslaught!" And I was getting very confused. Very, very confused. Alright, so let us continue on. You know, since I'm on my 4th attempt through this, I'm really running out of things to say. This is just kind of starting to grow stale to me now. Disappointingly. Nice. And a bit of a speed bonus. But yeah, just doing, doing one thing enough times in a row, it ends up getting a bit stale. Needs to be dressed up a bit differently each time to help help to prevent that. And even then, it might work. And the randomization of levels can only do so much for me, you know? So it's one thing to be collecting 5 bear asses in each area, but it's give enough structure or story to it, and it doesn't bother me too much. Okay, maybe while we're doing this, we'll listen to all these.
The accursed were created when a necrotic plague spread through Kyrgyzstan centuries ago. The infected watched in terror as their flesh blackened and died. The strongest medicines could not stop the decay. Eventually, they fell into a dormant state, and their bodies were piled up in dark and forgotten places where they could rest undisturbed.
Armored destroyer.
Has seen an armored destroyer since Diablo was exiled from the burning hells centuries ago. Before then, they were the bulk of his army, and they crawled, thick as locusts over the face of their master's realm. Should the Lord of Terror ever return, I fear they would be his heralds.
Clearly, we just need Drom there just to swat them away.
I suspect that the barred lurker is part demon, for its appearance has an aspect far too sinister to occur naturally. It expels a noxious poison worthy of the hells. And from what I can tell, it will only feed on its own kind or the corpses of demons. One hopes it will never encounter a human.
If it's never encountered a human, then we can't be sure it never eats humans.
The large sluggish beasts can thrive in any grassland or forest, provided there is enough water. Farmers will recognize these brutes as the savage cousins of the common pack beast, a tame breed that was likely domesticated nearly 2,000 years ago. One can hardly imagine the trouble that effort must have taken. Vile crawlers are commonly spoken of among the peasantry in Honduras, most often invoked to scare unruly children into their beds. Fables hold that the crawlers are the half-formed demon spawn who hatched before their time. They resemble nothing more than a bloody, ravening mess, and possess a voracious appetite for human flesh.
Oh, that's delightful. To be honest, I don't remember what they're like. They look like.
Though I have searched every corner of the great library of Chaldeum, I can find no references to the true fate of the blood clan Khazra. Some crumbling papers hint that they made a pact to serve the mythical lesser evils. But surely such a thing cannot be considered proper scholarship. Can it?
I have heard troubling news. Another cult has emerged from the shadows, and its members gather to the north. They conduct their rituals under the veil of the shrouded moors, where few will think to look for them. One can only guess what dark rituals they will pursue in the forgotten corners of the world.
Cthulhu. I think that was the name of a Cthulhu game. Forgotten Corners of the World. On to the next.
It is easy to focus on the dangerous foes one may encounter on the ground, but the Bloodhawks rule the skies with terrible ferocity. These crimson-winged birds will wait until their prey is at a disadvantage, then swoop down to attack. Watch for their shadows on the nearby terrain, and be prepared to flee quickly.
I wish I could set a playlist.
The Boggin Trapper's snares are surprisingly effective, though I have no idea how they learned to fashion them. Most of the Boggin's feeble intelligence seems to be centered around killing and eating, and in this respect, their efforts are admirable. Perhaps I should hide one of these snares near my tent when I'm sleeping.
A chance for glory.
Yes, breaking a stone.
I consider myself an expert on all matters concerning boggits. The boggit itself is a small, odd creature given to foraging and burrowing. Under normal circumstances, it fears humans, but it can be incited to great violence when under the influence of magical objects. Rings in particular seem to excite them.
Seems like a nod to the, a hobbit or, Gollum. Gollum, that's what I end up keep thinking of.
The truth about the Butcher Demon was more startling than I ever anticipated. Evidently, there are many of them within the burning hells, though they used to be solely under Diablo's command. The Butchers are stitched together from the parts of other demons to combine their strengths, then given life through wicked magic. Some foul new disease has taken hold in this land, and the carrion bats are near the heart of it. Since returning to Tristram, I have seen their numbers surge. The evil forces that linger here give them strength,
Nice.
and I fear that the worst is yet to come. I was able to trace some carrion bats back to one of their nests. What I found shocked me. The nest itself is a living organism, a mature bat that has been mutated by the darkest of magics. I no longer doubt that demonic forces have corrupted these creatures.
The colossal Golgor is merely a colossal myth. In folklore, they are sons of an infamous demon who smashed half of hell in anger after the prime evils were defeated during the Dark Exile. Why, if I had a gold coin for each of these tales, I would be a wealthy man indeed.
When I first beheld the Corpse Raiser, I thought myself capable of defeating him. Then he reached out his arm, and the ground in front of him was bathed in a spectral light. The bones of men and beasts rose from the earth and advanced on me.
These hunters are curious creatures, bloodthirsty and violent to others. They employ a surprising degree of care in raising their young. Every egg is guarded with vigilance.
This
And
cannot
the
be
hunters
opened
will
yet.
frequently circle overhead to keep watch on their nests. Those who intrude upon them are most unwise.
Huh. That door's locked. I thought I could unlock that. Oh, nice.
Vicious hounds roam the northern moors in Kyrgyzstan, feeding on carrion and unwary travelers. They roam in packs and will take on anything that crosses their path. It is said that their hunger is so great that they do not even leave the bones of their prey behind.
Though Asmodan is close to all of his lieutenants, Sidea is his special favorite. The Maiden of Lust is both beautiful and grotesque in appearance, with the torso of a woman and the legs of a spider. Her voice is said to be as smooth as honey, but she only speaks words of death.
I hope you don't mind me just going through all these. It's just like, I really have none to say, and I figured that this is, now, this may give me something to talk about, and it gives us something to listen to beyond this, the silence. So, it's a good compromise.
The Dark Berserkers are considered...
Plus, I get to re-listen to some of these things, because I haven't heard them in ages. And so it's kind of nice to rehear them.
The Dark Berserkers are considered weaker demons, but their strength is still far greater than that of any human. I have found dark spells within the cathedral, written in Archbishop Lazarus's own hand, explaining how to summon them. I pray that no other copies exist, so that this terrible knowledge will be lost forever.
A dark coven has formed in Tristram, and I fear that their superstitious violence may damn the whole region. I discovered very little during my eavesdropping, except that the word Magda was repeated several times in their chants. Oh well, now I journey to the safety of my home, where I may put these worries behind me.
Nice. Next one. Also, it is funny that he's just gonna walk to his home and put them, the worries behind them. The cultists, if they notice, could burn it down, right? Just hoping he's like armed guards.
The cultists were performing a strange ritual when I saw them today. One of their number stood soundlessly, while others thrust long spikes deep into his spine. He did not perish. And I believe that he may have even been darkly empowered from the implantation. Though such terrible magic is foreign to me.
Dead Maiden.
After Malthael's disappearance, the Angiris Council appointed his most loyal servant,